Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Grow With Us. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the different types of layouts in a frame. Like we have discussed a frame is a container and all the things inside the containers. And the label and text field we have not discussed. So we are going to discuss the label and the text field of a frame in this lecture and also the JPanel. What is a JPanel and why JPanel comes under the JFrame and differences between those two JFrame and JPanel. And only one panel can't be there. We can have multiple panels as well. So how to create those multiple panels in the JFrame, we're going to discuss in this lecture. So before that, let me give you a brief on what is J label. So J label is like if you're going to add a text area, like and there is an option to be called like a enter name. Enter name is an option, and then you will go in some space to enter those names. So that enter name is called as a label. So I will show you the import and text field. The text field is like you are given some space right. In that space, you are going to enter the values. So that is input field. Whereas label is a display thing. So you cannot have anything, right? You can have text as a label. We can have images as a label. So in this lecture, we're going to discuss how the text will be as a label. And so far lectures we're going to have and use when you're doing some projects in the course itself. We're going to have some playlist of 5 to 6 videos. We're having a small project type of thing. And that we are going to add the images also. So this is the way and how a label and text field is used. So let me go to the coding part and we'll do the coding part itself. So as same as save the file. So I'm saving this file as JPanel example.java in the same folder what I'm using. So same we are going to use. We can skip this or use as a layout for this. Let me add one of the components like adding of new. First, I want to give the label. So that is J label. The J label I'm giving enter your name. After that, I'm going to add a text field right now. In that one, you're going to add the things that you need to use. Text field. The text field, yeah, I may not to specify, I need to specify the size, like how many characters we need to take. Next, and frame dot, I'm going to add new button. That button is submit. New J button. The J button, I'm going to add the name of the button as submit. So that is the thing. And after the frame, I need to make it as a visible thing. Frame dot set visible. Set visible off. Okay, let's save it. I forgot to keep on, forgot to close the bracket. So again, save it and run. Here some class name I gave wrong. I'm going to save it and file it. Compile it. Java JPanel example. Okay, I got the things right. So this is how you pick. Enter your name. I'm entering my name as thumbnail, and I'm going to submit it. It will get submitted. So it is now showing it. But when you get submitted, you are going to use the other components in later lectures. Then this data will be goes to there and the things will be done. So this is how you are going to enter in ATM. You're going to have something right. Same things can be over here. If you enter some balance checking or something, if you are going to deposit 100 rupees, you're going to add here 100 rupees, right? 100 I'm going to submit, then it will the deposit will be done. So that is about the JFrames text area, button, and label. So now we are going to discuss a JPanel. So what is a JPanel? So JPanel. So JPanel is a container in Java Spring used to group multiple components together. Like how we have shown now a JText field, a JFrame. In the JFrame, the JPanel will be a component. It's a container. JFrame is a container. In that container, we are having another container that is a JPanel. So let me explain like this way. So if you take this one as a J frame, and this becomes a J panel. So you can have multiple J panels. So multiple J panels, multiple. And this can be as a text area. So this is a frame. In that frame, this will be one container. Like how a text area, a button is being a container of a, being a component of a container of J frame. In the same manner, this J panel will become as a container. So in this container, we can have the multiple things also. So, and this JFrame can be multiple things, and inside the JF label, we have multiple things. So this is about a small gesture of explanation on JPanel, and we can understand while we're doing the coding part. So why why are going to use a JPanel? Like if there is certain buttons, if there is a ATM thing, in that ATM thing, you are having a deposit button, deposit things of buttons, and you have withdrawal function button. When you click on deposit, the deposit button should be activated and it should be added. So those and all things should be at one particular place. Like let me say if I say this is one of the system, this is one of the label, and this is one of the panel, and this is one of the, there are three panels. In this panel is used for deposit, and this panel is used for withdraw, and this panel is used for balance inquiry. So when this panel is going to useful, so all the components that which use it for the deposit will be here. So there will be a submit button, there will be text area, there will be other things. While withdrawing, there will be how much of amount, there will be balance inquiry, there will be the enter button, and how much withdrawals happen. And in the same way, here in the balance inquiry also, we should enter the balance inquiry. So then only it will go show. So there will be multiple panels. So that is another thing. And what is the major difference between these? So JFrame is the main component. In that JPanel will be one of the component over there. And JFrame will be displayed. But JFrame cannot have any display. It should need a JFrame. Without JFrame, there is no JPanel. And title bar will be present for JFrame. We already discussed its title bar left top corner. But JPanel doesn't have anything. Just it will panel means at a small part. And use cases is like it's a top level window, it's organizes level window. Like default, as a default layout is border layout, it's flow layout. Those will be explaining later next chapters also. And this is about a small things. And let us code. Let us code so you can easily understand that. So here, if you want to code JPanel alone, then you can use import as a import java x dot spring dot jpanel. But when we are here, we are using frame also because in the frame itself, we are adding the panel so that it should add all the things. So JPanel, or if you use the asterisk after the string, it will import everything. So this asterisk is very important. And after that, if your JPanel example is the thing we are going to do. I have created a frame with the name as components and the size default close operation flow layout. I gave the layout as a flow layout. So let me create one panel. So these things, I can remove these things and let me create one panel. What is how the panel is created? We know that it's in the component of JPanel. So J panel, I gave the panel object as panel is equal to new J panel of a panel will be created. And after creation of the panel, I need to, here a panel can have the background also. Like if I can example, so this is a frame, this is a panel. This panel we can also have background color also. So how this background color, we can give green color, we can give cyan color, we can give red, everything panels can be changed. And also that we can provide layouts, we can give the names, text, areas, everything. So let me code it. So panel dot set background. The background of, if I'm giving the color rights, I'm going to change the color. So color dot, which color you want, the green. I'm going to give the green. And after that, panel dot set layout. In the panel should also have the layout right. It can also have layout because it is also a container. So in that layout, I'm giving flow layout because we are going for the simple thing. So let me don't confuse you with other layouts. So flow layout. And after that, let me add. Now in the frame, we added button, we added text field, we added label writer. In the panel, we will add that one. So panel dot add of new J label. So now in this, we are going to add the label like the same thing. Enter name, panel dot add of same thing. New J text field. The text field also, I'm going to specify the just size. Next, panel dot add of submit button. So J button of that it will be submit. And after that, I added the panel to the frame now. So let me add the panel to the frame. Frame dot add of panel. So now the panel is added to the frame, and I make the visibility of the frame is true. So that let me compile it. So here we got an error is C. Sorry, the C should be capital in this. So C is capital. Let me save and again compile it. So this is how a panel shows. So everything is in the thing. So this is how a panel is created. This panel will have JLabel, a text area, and a submit button. I want to enter here. Let me enter my name as submit. And if I submit it, the submission will be done. If you border layout and if you make it in north and south and things like we can make it also. So let me check with the multiple panels right now. We have created one panel and let me give the other panels also. So the next panel is like, let me create JPanel as panel number two as so we have created the four panels. The four panels are the four names. The panel is having a panel 2, panel 3, panel 4, and this is an panel. So we give flow layout. Let me change the flow layout to the border layout so that we can give the north south to this directions of the panels border layout. And after this border layout, let me add the panel to the things. If you are going to add the panel, I want to make the border layout of north. Right. We need not to have this. So now I'm going to have to add the panel to the border layer. Right? So let me add the border layer to the north is the first one of the panel. And after that, let me add the same thing like panel 1, panel 2, panel 3. Copy and paste my like that. So let me compile it. Let me add it and compile it. And let me compile it. I use the spelling wrong, right? POR should be the border layer spelling. Save it and compile it. This is how you get the output. So this is one layout, this is other layout, this is other layout, and this is other layout. Here we got under name combine. Like this we can enter and we can submit it. In the left side we have this one second layout, third layout, fourth layout. If you have the same here enter buttons and these are buttons, here also it will come. So this is about how to create multiple JPanels. So we have discussed about what is a JFrame. And in the JFrame, we have discussed the two major things that which we are forward to explain in the last chapter, that is the text field and the label, and we have created labels like what is a panel and what's the multiple types of the panels we discussed and how to add the panels also discussed. So this is for this lecture and let us meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.